I am removing myself from the Karmelo Anthony's case. I am no longer involved with the family. And here's why. I was starting to feel like I was being used for my influence and my connections and resources. When I tell you we raised over $1 million one day, privately, quietly, they wanted to start another GoFundMe. I said, no, I'm not doing the GoFundMe. They wanted to know, after we pay for the pill, will the money go to them? No. The extra money don't go back to you. It goes back to the people who gave it. It don't go to nothing else. The money is for the pill. His daddy in the way. I don't like weak, I hate weak men. I'd rather stand with a strong daddy like that meth cap man than his black weak father trying to play victim. Now, nigga, your son's still living. Hug him, send him some books to read. I got the money, let's start to work on the pill. Anything else don't make sense, nigga, what's wrong with you? And I'm telling the nigga, say, homie, everybody believe you playing for the money, nigga. And I'm starting to believe you using me for it. You want to get the money, but then disassociate yourself from me? Nigga, I'm here for that boy. I'm here for your son, nigga. And if this money don't go directly to your son's appeal, you don't get this money. We sent it back. But it was right and right. And if we doing an appeal, the money goes to appeal, not house bills. Not house bills.
So I don't know if y'all seen these interviews that the Karmelo Anthony family, his mother and father, have been doing, but if you start to use your brain and critically think, you'll see something ain't adding up. And like Charleston White just said, we got a soft black man in the mix. And I kind of knew that already from hearing him talk and the things that he says. And we think that the wife is just following his lead and he's not the one to lead. So we're going to go through this interview. I don't know if we're going to do all of it, but we're going to dissect some of the things that he says and how they're trying to really play victim as if their child is the one who is dead. And this is very shameful. There's a lot of people out here talking about justice for Karmelo. But when you unalive someone after being somewhere you weren't supposed to be, no matter if whoever invited you, and that's speculation as well, because I don't know if that's true. That's just what the parents are saying. He had a knife at a track meet that I don't even think he was supposed to be at. Like, wasn't he suspended or something?
That's the
word on the street, that he was actually suspended and he wasn't even supposed to be there at all. And then he pulls out this knife and decides to take someone's life. And I know this for a fact, that stand your ground in Texas, you have to reciprocate the threat that is being presented to you. You can't just be talked to or pushed and have the right to take someone's life. You have to have been in imminent danger. And judging from how things are, we haven't seen the video. The people in the courtroom have. So judging from the people who are reporting what was said in the courtroom, this young man was not in imminent danger. And the fact that his parents are on these interviews playing the victim is pretty sickening, when on the other side, these people have to live with the fact that they will never see their son again. They'll never be able to talk to their son again. They'll never be able to touch their son again. And they have the ability to go see their son, the Karmelo family, go touch him, go love on him, and reassure him that after he does his time, that they have somewhere for him to go. That is not the case on the other end. So I don't understand how they're on these interviews with all this crying and talking about how they didn't get a fair trial, a fair shake. Justice for Karmelo was served. Karmelo got the justice that he was deserved because there was no self-defense involved in this. It was all, I'm big, I'm bad, and I don't want to throw no hands because I don't have any. So I'm going to do the next best thing and pull out a knife that shouldn't even been there. So we're going to dissect this interview. Y'all bear with us. We have a lot to say about this because they say a lot, and most of it ain't adding up. And you can see the confusion in the interviewer's face. She's trying to process this, but she can't come out and say, that sounds like some trash, because she's playing their side. So let's get into it. We're going to start right about here. So let's get into it.
The world right now, it sounds unbelievable, the things that he accomplished before this tragic accident. Like it will really mess you up. And as me being a father, I didn't realize, like him saving a life. I just, as a father, I got caught up in, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your expectation. You know, being a man, hey, that's what we do. We move on. Like him working, hey man, you're supposed to have a job. I was trying to, he was, you know how it is that young. It's like, with your girl too much, man. You need to get a job, get a hobby. So he's working, but I kept him busy too. And this whole situation, is the reality of this is that somebody literally walked in his life. Literally walked into his life. He did everything by the law, and look where we at.
I want to go back to that day, that track meet. Were you guys at the event?
According to testimonies and everything, Karmelo actually walked into
Their lives.
He's the one who walked underneath their tent. He's the one who came into their boundary zone. I can understand if those boys went and did walk in, and was in his boundaries, but they didn't walk into his life. He literally walked into their life. So I call BS on that one right there. And it's how we speak too. It's the words we say. Because somebody hears that, they're like, oh yeah, he walked in. No, they didn't do anything. He is the one who...
There's a cause and effect.
Yeah. And the effect also could have not been a knife. The effect could have been, hey, let's gruffle, let's do it.
Like boys do.
Or the number one thing, just been, all right, I'm out. I just walk away. That's simple.
But his first mind was, touch me and see what I do. That sounds a little premeditated to me.
Oh, the Metcalf boy did not walk into Karmelo's life. He walked into that boy's life, and
yeah. As we continue.
Event at that track meet on April 2nd.
No, we were not. I was actually supposed to go to the track meet, but the weather was so bad. I just stayed home. It's like, Mama, don't come. Just stay home. And now, looking back on everything, I wish I was there. I regret not.
The mama don't come could have been part of him having something on his mind. Mama don't come.
For my child.
When did you hear the news that there had been an incident that day?
I received an email saying that there was an incident, no phone call, no anything.
You know how she,
My instinct was
her
to,
instinct.
because Karmelo
Real
was the
tough.
type of child to let me know everything that's going on. And it wasn't like him to not call me and tell me what was going on. So when I received the email, we have like 360. So I went into like 360. I'm like, wait, they said the buses made it back to the school, but Carmelo location is still stating that he's at the stadium. Like, what's going on? So I headed to the school, and that's how I found out what happened.
And how I found out,
Hold on. She just said she had Live 360, so that was on his phone. That was his location.
Right.
But the school buses and all the rest of the school children were back at their school. So once again, this proves he was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. Because they didn't just up and leave him. He stayed.
Okay, it's a family safety and location sharing app that keeps tabs on your loved ones, pets,
Yes.
and valuables. It was GPS.
Yes.
So she was able to
track him. From his phone.
So she was trying to see if he was at school.
Yes.
But he wasn't at school.
But the school buses was at the school.
Oh, okay. I got it. I clocked it.
You track it?
I was actually in a work meeting, and when she first called me, I thought it was because it was right after April Fools. I was like, "Oh, y'all playing this?" Because he doesn't. This is not him. Yeah. So I was on, "Oh, you playing? All right, whatever." But she was like, "No, he was involved in the stabbing." So when we heard that, I didn't know what happened at the time, and they kept us from everything. Like they kept us, so we running around from place to place. And it was everything was just moving so fast that day. I never forget. It was just like everything. Then once we found out and he went to his bond hearing. The next day, somebody doxed us. I don't want to say her name, but a lady started making this. They try to blame it on one person, not making it about race. But you had this lady that just went on to talk about white lives and all this other stuff. And now it went boom. The race card started about, that's how Jake Lane and all these other guys got involved in this. But at the end of the day, this was a kid situation that a lot of adults made it about their personal, how they really wanted to feel. This is the time they wanted.
Did he say it was a kid situation?
Yes, he did.
And they made it. It was a kid situation.
Adults ain't had nothing to do with it. It was a kid situation.
It was a kid situation.
After he done stabbed the boy, it was a kid situation. Proceed.
To show this is how we really feel about y'all. And they use my son, for example.
It sounds like you wish you had talked more, that you had said.
Y'all bear with us.
It sounds like you wish you had talked more, that you had said more, that you had got your story out more.
I call myself sometimes you could do the right thing, but it could be the wrong thing.
Did Karmelo want to get his story out more to the public as well?
He was trying to listen. He was trying to listen to what he was being advised. Mm-hmm. You know, hey, don't make it about race. Don't do this. Don't do this. So we like, all right, we go again. We played the game they wanted. We did everything a law-abiding citizen posted. They told us don't do this. We did everything we We supposed to. And he wanted people, of course he wanted somebody. They got pictures of him being 17 on with a dress on, saying he could be raped in jail. Like all kinds of these adults are talking about this child, but nobody's seeing it. Like nobody's seeing it. So we can't say anything. The other family, they go paint this lie that nobody still have exposed, that he died in his brother's arms. And it was all
Well, that's not true, because that is the narrative. Yeah.
No, you never heard it no more. That was a lie. You heard about a bag. You never heard about a bag since trial. That's what I was telling people. A lie is temporary, but the truth lasts forever. It's just now, it's like harder now. I gotta fight to get the truth.
The truth will get you 35 years.
He's talking like petty things. Okay, if he didn't die in his brother's arms, the boy is still
gone.
Yeah, he can't come back. What did he say? There was a bag, but there's no bag.
They didn't hear nothing about a
bag. Even if there is no bag, where there was a knife that was still pulled out and used.
And he keeps hollering about the being advised. Advised by whom? That Mr. Dominic could do. That's who was advising them. Then he got on camera and said some foolishness that the reporter chopped up.
I just realized their shirts say "Believe Karmelo,"
yes,
but we can't believe Karmelo because we don't know his side. He never said anything.
The boy's a mute. He don't talk.
The boy's a mute. So we can't believe him when we've never heard him.
Let me ask you this, viewers. When have you ever heard Karmelo Anthony talk? Please let us know in the comments. Please direct us somewhere where we can hear him talk, because he never said a word, ever. He always had this look on his face that was just...
He looked like he was lifeless, unhappy. He looked unhappy in a lot of it. Even in their family photos, he's just standing there. And I think that boy is troubled. He still is troubled. And then I don't think Daddy was as involved as he says he is.
Nah. I don't think so either. But we digress.
He basically had to get the book thrown at him, 35 years.
That's not the book.
The book would have been 99.
Basically, I honestly feel as though that they manipulated us with a smile.
Mm.
They act as if they cared, but they really didn't. When the jury selection, we seen all the people with the jury selection, I was like, baby, this is not right. But my wife is the type of person, I'm not gonna just say us, we're both the type, we try to be positive. Hey, we're not gonna look at it. That's not what it is. That's not us. That's what it was.
So even when you noticed there were no Black jurors, it gave you pause. It made you want to say something, but you were still going along with the process.
Yeah, I was going along with the process, because you don't know, a lot of times when I hope this don't.
She's feeding him word.
That's the first thing they do, is they try to say we're emotional. We don't follow instructions, right?
Damn.
So we did everything that we was advised and told to do, and look what happened.
So who is they? You said that they told you.
Who is they?
Was it your defense attorney?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we were, because about him being 18, so what they did was they kind of played everybody against everybody, if you could say. I'm not going to say they played us against each other, but it's almost they had him scared, like, hey,
contradiction.
I'm a lawyer, this. So as me being a father, all right, you're the guy, I'm okay with playing my position, and I don't want to overstep any boundaries. Everybody kept saying, hey, to beat this. I even went to some Black attorneys. They're like, oh, you need a white attorney to go out there to fight out there. Remember they was telling us that? They kept telling us that. So everybody like, why y'all didn't? Everybody was telling us, okay. So then when we get it, they basically tossed them over. A lot of objections wasn't done. It's a lot that wasn't done.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting.
Mhm.
We would not stop
Mhm.
fighting for justice for my son.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's hard for us right now in my moments. And I'm as a, we want our children to do better, right? We look at our YNs, this wasn't a YN. So what we gonna do about this not YN? We can make more YNs. Now you got a kid, like I just told you, everything that we're telling
What is he
you right
talking
now
about?
is verified.
Mhm.
2 jobs with the HEB Foot Locker. That's who came to the buying him. His GPA, he still graduated through all this. He still graduated high school. He still graduated. The lady the kid he saved, this stuff really happened. He was never in trouble, and no, he was never suspended for no knife. But they had actually what I learned was they had a smear campaign that they did. I wasn't familiar with that, and a lot of people that we were reaching out with, I understand business. A lot of people, they got a lot of things going on. So we was reaching out, I was emailing, but everybody want to go through, it's kind of a circle thing, which I understand. But I realized through this, black entertainment is going to have to be a black network is going to have to be done because I'm looking for people who would never understand.
Yeah. Yeah. They
No
really.
matter how much you do, no
Mhm.
matter how much you do, they would never see it.
Mhm. Mhm. You're saying that as you were watching the trial, as you
I want to make a comment because I didn't want to stop. I don't want to make too many stops. But when they're picking the jurors, they can be in there.
Yes.
They can be in there when that's being done. So they're seeing the process of why people are not a part of the juror. A part of the jury. Why some people weren't picked. It wasn't racism. It was actually his peers. People get this confused. Your peers are not just people don't have to look like you, and they're not your same age. Like that's not how that works.
You think they're gonna have a bunch of 18-year-olds in there on the jury?
That's not how that works. And the jury was not all white.
They was Asian.
They were Asians. Well, people don't want to hear that today, but I'm not going to. But so that makes me think: were you there when the jurors were selected? And the lawyer is actually making sure that hey, do you want this person? Like they can you can help with that. So what he's giving to me is he didn't understand the process and he didn't know the questions to ask. Now, I'm going to make a big claim, and this is just my opinion. I think Mama Bear wanted to ask questions and things, but he was like, nah.
I don't know nothing.
Because even right now, when she tried to talk, I didn't like that. Anyway, because you better get off me. I can handle myself. He was kind of like,
you better shut up.
That's what it gave. Now I could be wrong, but I know she's like hurting because who wants to hear that their child is going to prison, right? Like that, like nobody wants to hear that. But I don't know. It's something about this daddy that I'm.
Charleston White said it. He weak.
I don't know, but I didn't like his interaction with her. But that's just
he's
me.
not that intelligent either.
I'm not gonna talk about anybody's intelligence, but you can be there. My whole point: you could be there when the jurors are chosen, and then the lawyer is or should be telling you, "Hey, this is why this person isn't being selected. This is why it looked." Yes,
they playing the game.
He says they're playing the game. It literally came out of his mouth. He said, we're just playing the game. All right, they advised us. We're going to do what they said. So you don't have a brain. You don't ask questions.
I'm
asking questions. What does this mean?
Why, who, what, why, where, and when, and how? Explain
that to me. What does that word mean? Hey, I'm gonna get on your nerves. At the end of the
day, this is my son.
That's it.
And his life is on the line.
We just trusted people.
We just trusting people. They
advised us. They had a smile on their face.
And they just handed them over.
over.
No, you handed them over to them.
Whoa, brother.
You're listening to all these black people talking about you need a white lawyer.
A white lawyer, right? Wouldn't your mind forget white, black, Asian, whatever? I want the best of the best.
I want the most qualified.
If I just raised up all this money, give me what you got.
I would have went and got loudmouth doggone Jasmine Crockett before I got one of them.
She would have defended the heck out of that boy.
I don't know what y'all thinking.
Man.
And she probably would have did it pro bono.
Right?
Y'all tripping.
Ooh. Yeah, he said they played the game.
They played the game and lost. Bad.
You were in there. You know, you didn't want to question the process. You wanted to let it play out. But what
you didn't want to do nothing.
Point that you felt the outcome was heading in this direction.
Listen to this.
No, everybody lied. Look at the report. Everybody. It's called what? It's perjury.
It's perjury.
Everybody did. Basically, just did it with no.
I'm gonna stop this. Hold on. The question was, during the process of the trial, did you see that it was headed this way? And he said, no, everybody lied. That don't make no sense. Because if you listen to everybody lie, wouldn't you think that it's going against you? Wouldn't that make sense?
He didn't know. He didn't know how.
He didn't understand the question.
Right. So
okay, we're gonna move on. There's a lot of
because
things.
I asked my children questions, and sometimes it's a no, but they say yeah. Like this morning, I asked them something, and one said no, and one said yes.
But you asked them a loaded question.
Right. So maybe
she's being straightforward. He's not being asked loaded questions. It's not a 2-part question. It's a 1-part question.
He didn't understand that. We'll just put it at that. He didn't understand.
Oh, Lord.
And I think it's too soon. I don't think
they should have let this marinate a little bit. They should have thought about this before they went on all these. They're on an interview tour right now.
Did she prep them before? Because we've done interviews and we've been prepped beforehand.
Hey, I don't.
You get what I
understand. But it's not happening.
I know. I'm trying to be like, y'all, they just shouldn't have done it. That's it.
Yeah.
And they never was called out on it. I mean, literally, they told within an hour of when it happened, it was 2 to 3 people. When they got to the trial, it was. I'm like, wait, what?
It was 3 to 4 people.
And don't get wrong, the defense said, hey, didn't you say this here? Everybody. One girl made up a lie, said it was over a race. That my son just walked up. This how crazy this is.
Yeah.
One girl sat on the stand and said, he just walked up to him and said, what, you want to race? It didn't even make sense. Then they asked her, did you lie? She was like, on the stand. Nothing happened.
Why didn't the defense call more witnesses?
Oh.
That's not my department, and I apologize for that. I don't have.
No, as you look at it, and I'm not an attorney.
I think I think he's not understanding what was happening in that courtroom.
He's not understanding anything. I'm being serious.
I know, but
he don't understand nothing.
Yeah, he
just said, hold on. He just said that the girl said it was about race.
He said, you want to race?
He said, you want to race. What are we talking about?
He didn't understand.
What are we talking about?
They shouldn't have did this interview because...
No, she should have been talking. He should have shut up. Yeah. He should be looking like she looking.
No, they just should have said, no, we don't want to. We need to...
We decline.
We decline. We need to handle our son. Our son is, I really believe because... What?
He said when it first happened, it was 2 to 3 people. And then they said it was about 5 or 6 people. And then she asked him why they didn't call more witnesses. I know why. It wasn't none.
It wasn't any, right? Mm-hmm.
There was no witnesses on his behalf.
Right.
Because everybody seen what really happened.
Right. Yes.
And they're telling the truth.
Right. They're not purging themselves. What
did he say?
I don't know. They weren't
They weren't
they were
purgatory.
they weren't purging themselves. Yeah, he's confused. I don't think he understands.
You can tell.
I just decline this stuff, man.
Say he's the difference between Stefan and Urkel.
Because this is forever. Like, this interview is never going to go away. And then he's going to continue to try to correct it. And the more you correct something, the more it's just like, fraud. Hey, look,
just shut up.
Just be quiet.
Just don't say anything. Because y'all should have wrote down a script. You should have asked ChatGPT to help you.
ChatGPT.
Straight up. He know what's going on. Or Grok, whatever it is. Grok. Y'all should have asked them. Because y'all dead wrong with this one.
Yeah, this one shouldn't have.
Hearing you and you're telling me all these wonderful things about him, and I'm just wondering, did the jury get to hear, all of these wonderful things about Karmelo?
No, they didn't. Even when the one kid who was the corporate of all this, meaning the kid who invited him to the tent, he lied on the stand and said he didn't even know him. Yeah. And they had pictures with his grandmother. Like, here's your grandmother, my son, your grandmother. Their whole family got multiple times, played basketball together, all kind of different things.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the witnesses' statements and stories were inconsistent. So we thinking that the jury is going to notice that. But they already had their mind made up when they sat in that courtroom. Their mind was made up already.
How big of a role do you guys believe that race played into how this case was publicly viewed and how this outcome, this sentence was handed down?
It played a big part. Race, politics, all that. I'm like, man, the kid don't even vote. How he got into the right? There was a lady talking about the left side and the right side. Like, what? These are kids. They put I feel like you had a certain group that of course they go blame us, that strategically made this about this because they knew they could do that smear campaign. Like they said, we went and bought a new car and house.
Yeah.
And it hurt with me without my people really believed instead of them going and doing their proper research. They had people really bashing us. I'm like, y'all really believe that? Who could buy a house in 4 days? Buy a house in 4 days. I know we may sometimes we may not make the right decisions, but come on now, like that didn't even make sense. They said it was going on an extravagant trip.
Just admitted that they messed over that.
Yes, but it wasn't on that car in that house.
But he just admitted
they didn't do the right thing.
And in the video we played in the beginning of Charleston White, he said, "I'm not giving you this money to pay your bills. None of this extra money is going to you. It's going back to the people who donated if it's not going to the appeal."
So here's probably what had happened. He wasn't working during this time, probably.
Nope.
So that money that was given was sustaining them.
Yep. That's why he wants more.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to have to work. Because right now, his employer is looking at him a certain type of way.
Well, he needs to be self-employed then.
His employer is like, I don't know if it's good business for us to have you here.
Yeah.
And then they're seeing your character.
I'm
not too sure they want to be involved with that.
I just wrote that because he said, look at all the good that my son did before this tragedy. And I think a lot of us think like that. I'm doing good. I'm a good person.
Look what I did for him.
God tells us no one, not one, is good. And so we can look at, okay, yeah, he worked a job. He worked 2 jobs and he saved somebody's life. But that does not,
what does a 17-year-old need 2 jobs for?
I don't know. But
I've never had 2 jobs.
I know our good works don't mean anything. And I know at the end of the day, y'all know where I'm going. We're sinners. We all make mistakes. We all mess up. Now, our mess ups are not as big as that mess up.
Yeah.
That's a big no.
And there has to be big consequences.
Yep,
of that.
exactly. Absolutely. So we can do all this good, but that one thing, because you're so mad or whatever it is, it can mess up everything.
Mm-hmm. All it takes is one.
One.
You could do a whole bunch of good things. If you do one bad thing, all of that's voided out. No one cares.
Nobody cares.
We're now looking at you for who you are.
Yeah.
Not who you were.
Mm-hmm. In that moment, you made a decision.
And that goes back to Bible too. Don't judge people by what they've done before. Judge them by their fruit.
What are you producing? What are you
producing?
giving? Mm-hmm.
And that goes to little Karmelo and his parents. We're looking at your fruit, my boy. Y'all making all these excuses.
And
I haven't seen one bit of accountability or one bit of remorse for what happened. Regardless of how you feel about it, it should have been I'm sorry for what happened to your son. I haven't seen any of it. And correct me if I'm wrong. Show me where
they have apologized.
They have apologized or taken any accountability for what their son has done, or even Karmelo, because like I just said, we've never heard him speak. Ever. And they're even saying in the courtroom, he showed no remorse. Half the time he was looking down. And he's going to say something about, they said, look at me when I'm talking to you. It's like, bro, look at me. You can't look at me?
Because you made a decision, so now look up.
You that ashamed of yourself.
Hold your head up.
That you can't look at me?
And that also shows about parenting as well, about how a character and anything that you do. Well, how I was raised, you look people in the eyes. Even if you're wrong,
mm-hmm.
You look them in their eyes, straight in their eyes.
The people respect that. But you looking down, you looking like a coward.
There's a lot of things that they did to us that just
they did to us.
There was a lot of misinformation that was going around, especially, in the beginning. And, I know your family had to move a couple times because you were doxxed. And, I can't even imagine how Karmelo going through that, trying to finish school, fighting, for his freedom. And you guys have other children, so much on you as parents. How's your other children handling this?
Now we had to end up taking them out of school because they had TikTok videos with my son with semen coming out of his mouth, because there's him saying go get raped in jail. And it's just like, that was my daughter, my princess. She had to go through that. The other boys, we was in
You say the other boys.
Blessed community. That's why
I didn't say their names either.
I hope a lot of people get this message. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter where you at. Like, we was supposed to be in the safest place, but it's like they're telling us that you could be assaulted, but you better not fight back. That's what this is what this case is saying. It don't care. It could be.
He didn't fight, fool. Of course you can fight back. You can't stab back. I'm gonna let him keep talking.
Two people, size, it don't matter.
Yeah.
So that's what this case is really all about. The family is saying now, I just got a message, they saying they were robbed. Now they were robbed. Now, mind you, if
They as in the Metcalf family?
I've just got this thing just popped up saying people.
So let's clarify that right now. So they had impact statements after Karmelo got convicted for murder. They had impact statements where the Metcalf family went in front of the court and spoke words to the court and to Karmelo. They left Karmelo in the courtroom and they were out in the parking lot throwing up these here to all of the supporters like they're some kind of celebrities. They left that boy in there by himself. That's why he didn't hear he has no context as to why they said, you robbed us. You robbed them. Karmelo robbed them of their son, who is no longer on this earth, because your son was not tough enough to throw hands, to fight back.
Or walk away.
If you're that soft, walk away. And the fact that you brought up memes, who cares? Your son took a life.
Mm.
A life is no longer here with his family because of the decisions that your son made. And you on here trying to play victim as if you don't have access to your son. Your son right now in there in Navasota, right now. While y'all busy on these doggone tours, y'all could be on your way to Navasota to go see him. Y'all could be on your way to Huntsville, where he going next, to go see him. And then when he gets home, y'all can go see him there too. And by home, I mean the prison he gonna be at for these 17 and a half years plus. That's home. That's the reality of this. He has a new home because of the decisions that he made. There are consequences to action. And you playing victim as if you and your son have done no wrong is asinine. It makes absolutely no sense. And I can see why the Metcalf daddy is on his tour ripping y'all. Y'all boo-hooing as if you can't touch your son. And even in the court, they played Miss Mama Bear and asked her, well, do you love your son? Are you going to be there for your son? Well, he can do this time then. I bet they ain't see that coming. Just like they ain't see none of this coming. Just like they had no understanding for nothing. They say the system worked them. No, the system did what it was supposed to do. You got on Believe Karmelo shirts. What are we supposed to believe? We ain't heard him say nothing. He had the chance to humanize himself on the stand. He could have said his piece. He could have gave his version of the story. Maybe that would have persuaded the jury to think otherwise. But the very fact that you don't defend yourself is very telling. But I digress. I'm going to let them continue.
They're right. If we don't,
as he tries to come up with more lies,
and it's not because it's our child, we would never get it. Mm-hmm. This is the most crucial time ever, especially if you have kids. Because again, you see, the child I'm telling you about right now, we all have kids like that. We sent them off to school. We sent them off just not looking for it. Again, he didn't go look for this. That's why they try to paint that picture. Mm-hmm. They painted a picture, and he didn't look for this. This walked into his life. Literally, matter of fact, they say like this. The evidence shows he jumped 3 bleachers to get to him.
Mm. Now,
So that tells you.
did the jury hear that information, and is that information on the video?
That's on the video.
And they had their minds made up
The mind
already.
was made up.
It's already made up.
So even if
Three
he
bleachers.
did, even if
There's-
Austin did jump 3 bleachers down to get at Karmelo, that still gives him a right to pull out a weapon and retaliate. I'm out.
That's a legitimate question.
Even if I'm coming down the steps trying to shoo you away, that still gives you a legit reason. So what if he had a gun? It was okay for him to shoot him?
And I believe if them boys had an inclination that that he had a knife, they would have whooped him. If they had a clue that he was going to pull out a knife, them boys probably would have whooped him. And they would have been in the right. Because, bro, what is you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, my only argument is because they keep talking about self-defense and all this other crap, and it was because he was black. So just because somebody, it's okay to kill somebody, to unalive them, like, it's okay. Death is okay in this whole situation. That's the whole point of this. Death is okay. Death is okay in every single one of these issues that's happening in these courts and stuff. Death is okay.
Yep.
No consequences.
That's real quick. We're going to clarify some of this nonsense he just said.
Okay, so he says that Karmelo ran and hugged the teacher. Well, that's not what happened. So there is an independent journalist. Her name is Sarah J. Fields, and she's been covering this whole Karmelo Anthony thing since day one, since it happened. And they have harassed her. She's been doxxed. They were threatening her. This woman was pregnant. She was literally fearing for her life. And they were what's the Dominique dude? Matter of fact, Daddy was in her DMs, just messaging her, calling her. Like, it was a lot happening. I was keeping up with it a little bit. But Tiffany Whitaker, the athletic trainer with Memorial High School, testified that she got in front of Anthony as he was running, put her hands up to keep him from leaving, and yelled at Coach Vincent Hooper, "Hey, this kid stabbed someone. Don't let him leave." This is when Coach Hooper put his arms around Karmelo in a hugging fashion to prevent him from leaving the stadium. The video footage also showed Karmelo running down the bleachers, then walking while seemingly attempting to blend in with the crowd, and then running toward the entrance of the stadium before he was caught by Whitaker. And yeah, so I also saw, where was it? Just Sarah also says that the footage isn't clear, but you see, where was it? You see it was a shove to stab situation happening. It wasn't I'm pretty sure it happened really quickly. But
And
yeah.
that was right after he said, touch me and see what happens.
So he touched him.
So they like, little boy, shut up.
So, right. So wouldn't that not be self-defense? If I tell you, Brandon, do it, and you do it, didn't I kind of egg you on to do it?
And I don't know when a push became serious bodily harm. I don't know when that happened. If a push is serious bodily harm, and I can unalive you for that legally, it would be a lot of people dead. It would be a lot of people not here.
Right. Yeah.
And getting off. If that's the case. There is no Texas law that says you can do that. You have to match the energy that you are receiving. You have to match the threat. It has to be reasonable. And I know this because I've taken a LTC, which is a license to carry class, And you have to know these laws because you just can't go around shooting people. Just like you can't just go around stabbing people because your feelings hurt. Are you trying to prove a point? Or you got two boys in front of you who you don't want to fight. That's not reasonable. From what I'm hearing, they weren't talking to you aggressively. They just wanted you gone. They weren't assaulting you, but you battered them.
Mm.
We're going to listen to some more of it.
Did you talk to your defense attorney about any of these concerns that you had as the trial was playing out, or even now that the trial is over?
100%. I mean, I'm actually praying that somebody sending somebody that we get sent somebody that can help us. It's kind of like I'm still right now in shock, so I'm just moving on and drilling right now. Like
So
I
you're
said,
looking for a new defense attorney for future appeal process.
Yes.
yeah.
No, they ain't looking.
And did
They
your
want somebody
defense
to say,
attorney
"Hey,
say
what help me
anything
out?"
about how he feels or they feel the
They
case
don't have
went?
no money.
I know.
They're
I'm
broke.
going to say they gave us the corporate answer.
The who?
They gave us the corporate answer, you know.
And did Karmelo want to testify in his own on his own behalf and was
Survive. It was based on everything. It didn't need nothing because everything they said when it's self-defense, they have to prove it. They never proved it.
okay. So that was never that was because I know there was this pause.
Actually, yes, they
and a lot of
did. That's
people
why
thought
he got 35 years.
we were going to come back and he was going to take the stand and he didn't. So that was never an option. That had never been discussed of him taking the stand.
That's why we just need a newer. We need somebody who's gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I can really say right now. We just need somebody gonna fight for him.
Mm-hmm.
So they need somebody now. They didn't need someone.
Right.
You understand now, but you didn't understand before.
Did y'all?
You wanted to be followed in it. Do you want to be a follower and it be advised before, but you don't need to now? What's happening in this Karmelo Anthony family? What's really going on?
Okay, so I just read here he filed a notice of appeal.
And his reason was they broke.
The document of the filing submitted in the 296th District Court of Collin County notifies the court that Anthony intends to appeal his conviction to the Fifth Court of Appeals in Dallas. The document also includes a pauper's oath in which Anthony swears under oath that he is indigent and unable to afford indigent and unable to afford counsel or the cost associated with the appeal. As a result, he has requested that the court appoint an attorney to represent him during the appeals. Didn't you just do this? And provide the trial transcripts and records necessary for appellate review. To be clear, this filing does not overturn the verdict, grant a new trial, or change Anthony's sentence. It is the formal first step, yes, in the appellate process and preserves his right to challenge the conviction before a higher court. Appeals are common in serious felony cases, yes, particularly those involving lengthy prison sentences. The appellate court will review the trial record and determine whether any legal errors occurred that would justify overturning the conviction or ordering a new trial. For now, the jury's guilty verdict remains in place, and Anthony remains convicted of Austin Metcalf's murder. Didn't they just go through this with the whole he's unable to afford counsel?
After they raised $600,000. They have raised more money than the Metcalf family has. Don't let them continue. Because this is a circus show.
because their whole thing was he provoked it.
He did.
That was their whole.
And he did.
Their entire case. He provoked it. That's what the whole thing was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do you want the world to know about who Karmelo is and what your family is going through right now?
We're going through hell. Doesn't feel real. We feel like, it just don't feel real.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He's a
saying
good
about
kid.
Karmelo.
The receipts show that he wasn't a YN. We
How does he
as
keep
adults, we're not helping with the YNs. And I
helping?
know we could look at the tragedy that happened, but it was by the law.
Mm-hmm.
The law posed to cover us. So anybody who feels any way different, I honestly feel like, it's okay when as long as the devil don't knock at your door. Because I was clueless like that too. Hey, man, it never happened.
You
It
still
would never
are?
happen to me. It would never happen to us. Because, we stayed in our lane. We worked. Nice neighborhood. We were doing good, but these people basically made it their. We just had comments to where people say, "Yeah, we sending y'all back to the hood. We sending y'all. Yeah, y'all don't deserve what y'all have." He said it in court yesterday. Forgot. He said that they told my son to look at me when I'm talking to you.
Who said that?
The dad, the son, both of them said, "Look at me while we talk to you." Like, oh, it's gonna come out. They said, "Look at me while we talk to you." What? Yeah,
The dad, Metcalf's father, said that to
confused.
Karmelo.
and the son came
What this got to
out.
do with
The
anything?
son came out. He eventually got on the stand for the impact statement.
They weren't in there
but
for
he didn't
that.
want to get on the stand, and I even tried to get people to. I even tried to get them to call him, but that's another. It's just a lot, and I know what's going to hurt me more because this interview may push a lot of people off wanting to help us because, oh, well, you did this, man. I don't do this. I don't understand why we like that. Like, we all fighting for the same goal. Like,
Who was we?
oh, man, all right, sure. Well, you said this. I can't. What? Come on, man. Like, but it's okay because you know what? It's not yours. So I totally understand it. But I just tell everybody, be careful in case that devil not.
And as parents, have you all struggled with guilt, asking
If
yourselves,
the devil
doing some
knocking my
different things?
door, I ain't
I know, Keely, you said
answering.
you wish you had gone to that track meet, but as
There she
the
go.
trial has played out, is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have been rebellious and just do what
Or listening to
told-
advice that you thought was,
Stop
I was
feeding him.
told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, like I said, they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to, white attorney. No white attorney, they set them off, pushed them. Hey, here you go. No objections. It wasn't.
Nothing he could object it
It
to.
was things were smooth. So because as a father of me being who I am, I got to make sure she's straight. This mama bear, I got to make sure she's straight mentally because if she's not straight, my house ain't straight. I'm not straight. Then so because I got the kids to worry about. Got to make sure his mental health. I can't go back and forth with him right then there because I don't think his mental can handle it. The misunderstanding of what dad is trying to tell you. This ain't a daddy moment. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's not the time for me to be arguing with you about, hey, So I'm like, hey son, can you see? I know a lot of people say, well, I would have done this or I would have done that. You say that because you're not in that situation. So I couldn't do that. And me knowing my son, which is your child,
Give
correct?
him that.
You see, I don't want him to maybe
That's
want
all
to
I'm
hurt
giving
himself
him.
because I don't know what he's dealing with. He's doing a great job. He's still in school. I'm keeping him busy. We're trying to do stuff around the house. And one thing this thing did do with us, it brought our family closer.
Yeah.
And I worked
No, it didn't.
a lot. Well, I didn't work that much. I was home. I was home on weekends, but to her, I worked too much. But I was able to have this time for us to be together, and I think
She looked drained.
they did this
She
to us
is.
because they wanted us to be in poverty. They wasn't expecting, because the tables are turned. Me and her been together since high school. It's the other side who's divorced. So that picture they painted, the houses and the cars, that was the other side. That wasn't us. We just couldn't say nothing. And then when we did say something, it was like, oh, whatever. Yeah, don't go lie. Hey, don't do this. Don't say this. Hey, people go to say what they go say. So that's what. So no matter what we did, we was losing.
It was a lose battle. You felt like it was a lose battle. Yeah. And I just have a few more questions for you. I want to.
Please don't. They don't got no more answers.
When the verdict came down, what was the first thought that went through your
They
head?
weren't in there.
I feel my son. Oh, I was.
They were in there
like,
for the verdict. They weren't in there for the sentencing.
man, I felt like and that's, I cried so much. I've held back and I told her, man, you know, I'm that dad, like, hold it up, hold it up and be tight. I said, boy, you broke me. You broke me when it first happened. I never cried as much as I've cried. And it was just like when I seen him, when he grabbed it, I could still picture that man when he was saying it. He said it so smooth. Like the way he said it, the way he read that verdict, it was like, just, hey, as such and such, he's found guilty. It was just comfortable. It was comfortable. You could tell the way he read it was no, like, damn, it was, hey, look. And I told my attorney, like, yeah, we know. The hell you mean, But then if I act up, I'm the emotional black man. You follow what I'm saying? Oh, look at him. Then it would have been on breaking news. Oh, he done flashed out. Oh, look, that's how they had it. We got him. So I had to humble myself. It wasn't just for me and my family. It was for all of us. Because if I would have flashed out the way I wanted to, it would have been all that. You would probably be looking at that. God damn it, that boy done went up there after the food. That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
So I played their game, and I'm just let you know their games don't work. It's not for us. The justice system is not for us. They can't say we did anything out of what we was told. We follow all the instructions and we follow the law. It just don't work for us.
Mm-hmm. What do you say to the people who say?
He's calling now.
Okay.
He's calling out.
Take it.
Take it. She don't know how that works. Anyway. Okay, so first off, they have put all the onus on themselves. They have not really said how Karmelo felt. He was talking about what they went through, what he went through, what, I don't know. This is not a daddy moment. Every moment should have been a daddy moment. Every moment should have been a daddy moment. From the day that it happened to when you bailed him out, every day should have been a daddy moment. Him working up and to this trial that week of should have been a daddy moment. Son, I don't know what's going to happen, but we're here for you.
They ain't say none of that.
None of that.
It was all a blame game.
We the ones that together. They're the divorced ones. Yeah, but they don't have a son that they can physically touch anymore. They're divorced. They got the houses. They got this. And we were doxxed. They were doxxed as well. Everything that you say that they were saying ugliness about Karmelo, right now there are people making AI images of them pissing on his grave and also of him in a casket, dead.
Bones.
Like, what?
I heard one woman say, at the end of the day, we won because your son dead.
And the crazy thing about it, because I don't understand how people's brains are working, neither side wins. Neither side. both families literally and figuratively have lost their sons.
Mhm.
Because that boy was 17. His frontal lobe is not developed. So if he does 17 and a half years, if he does the whole 35 years, he will have a prison mentality. He will not have what we have. He will have grown up in the system.
Mhm.
Have you ever watched, what's the show we like to watch?
Locked
Up. Man, I've been in this system. I can tell the
I've
boy,
been in 25, 30 years.
And then they'll get out and commit another crime and
because
right
they
back.
want to be, the only place they know is in prison. They know how to operate in prison. They don't have to pay bills. They don't have to, there's no responsibility. It's all, they give you a schedule and you follow it. Out here on this outside, there's responsibilities, there's obligations. You have to fend for yourself.
So these people who are online doing these the nasty work for both sides of the family, y'all suck. Y'all are evil beings. But I would like for my prayer for Karmelo and his family, but mainly for Karmelo, is for him to, I don't know, some way, somehow pick up a Bible and read it and get to understand that, first off, you're not good. You did something wrong. And stop.
Y'all got this boy thinking he a victim.
Yes.
Y'all playing victim and y'all got y'all son thinking he's a victim. So he is the results of victimizing someone. Y'all are the parents of a murderer. Y'all are not on the right side of this.
That's why I said at the beginning, this interview should not have been done. Shame on the Breakfast Club for even reaching out to them, trying to have the first. Well, we can get them because it's it's
gonna be the first ones.
The first ones, right? So I think shame on them, and I think right now, okay, the Metcalf family has set their piece. I wouldn't even do any more on that either. Like y'all, because it's not going to get better.
Mm-mm.
If you keep talking, it's going to get worse.
Especially for the Karmelo Anthony.
And they're trying to prove
they done dug a big hole.
That it's self-defense. And the guilty verdict has shown otherwise.
And the Court of Appeals, do y'all know y'all in Texas?
I don't think they know that.
Y'all realize y'all in Texas?
And also, I don't think, because there have been some other lawyers who are not in Texas and they don't understand how Texas works. Texas is not, Texas is different.
If you think the Court of Appeals of Texas is going to overturn this conviction, you are sadly mistaken.
And I'm not saying that. I wasn't saying Texas is different, like in a good, like Texas is different.
The best thing to do is teach your kids not to be in the system.
How do you do that? What am I going to do?
You need to be a parent. Right. And instead of being out here protesting, you need to be at home with your 5 kids and take off them big behind glasses. This lady that was out there in front of the doggone courthouse telling me, I don't know what to tell my kids. Miss Jasmine Crockett, you need to stop speaking on black women with children because you don't have any. You are misleading people. You are saying things you have no clue about. Black women are a major part of why these children act the way they act. I seen a video, the woman, I can't remember her name, but she was saying the same way women get glorified for when their sons go to the NBA and get college degrees, they also need to be demonized for when their sons out here killing each other. Because at the end of the day, we know men, there's a lot of men not in these children's lives, and that's a problem. But guess who's raising these children?
But then, there's a big outrage about this because Austin was white and Karmelo was black. But when you see about black on black crime, these black women are not loud.
Man,
Nobody's loud about it.
Don't know Ben Crump. Don't know Al Sharpton. Don't know.
But they hadn't said anything on this
Roly
either.
Poly.
They hadn't said anything on this case because they
know.
They knew. But
yeah,
that's why we kind of speak on it. It's not we ain't on here
trying to bash.
We want to expose, like we want people to do better. And even in this with the Anthony family, I want them to just be quiet.
Just please
go make sure that your other children are taken care of, and that when that boy calls, that you answer, you help him understand, because
and
go see him
instead of taking interviews.
We don't need to see you.
No, we don't. He
does. He needs to understand that you are there, because this process that you're going through, it's not going away. The grieving part for the Metcalf family, that's never going away, ever. So
we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. If you say, we appreciate everyone who shows up. We're gonna continue to give you the truth. If you don't like it, oh well.
Oh well.
We're not here for your feelings. We're here for the truth. If you want to continue to support us, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, you can hit us up on Buy Me a Coffee. The banner's right here. If you want to support us, we appreciate all donations. We have memberships. We have merch. Check us out. We're here to stay, no matter what you say. Okay. No, but thank you. And the Black community, we have to do better, because we keep placing the blame on everyone else when we can do better for ourselves.
It's possible.
We can make better decisions. You can't do wrong and expect good to come from it. So, like always, it's love, it's peace, it's Jesus.
Bye.